Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King. And today I'm going to be giving you part 14 of What If Naruto and Sasuke Were Taken by Itachi. Remember to get this one to 100 like as usual. Share this to all of your friends in social media platform. And also guys, I posted a brand new episode of What If Naruto Was Betrayed by Hagoromo, so go ahead and check out that and enjoy guys. Link will be at the top of the description for you guys to enjoy. On this channel I post a brand new episode of What If Naruto Was Given Abilities by 4 Devils. So go ahead and check out that and enjoy guys. And remember, if you're new, to go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become a part of the Making family. And thank you for all of your help and support. Remember to comment down below and tell me if you're new. I'll be replying talking back to all of you. So yeah, without further ado, what do you say we begin this new episode? Start the intro. So, the last spot we left off, they had brought Yujito back to the village, as Tsunade would be sending a report towards Raikage to come and get her back. Jiraiya had found information on the Akatsuki, as he reported Tsunade that he would be going there, as she told him to be careful, as they made a bet. After all, she sucked at gambling, so he was sure that he'd come back alive, as Jiraiya invaded the hidden rain, as he found out information before heading towards the largest tower. That is when all hell broke loose, as he was attacked. Meanwhile, Naruto and his group was given a fake mission. Yes, Osamu was the one that started all of this. Kisame was towards Kiri, as he was the one giving off the false information there for them to think that Osamu was over there as well, as Osamu came to finally end Naruto's life. As the both of them started a battle, Osamu activated Eternal Monkey to Sharingan, but even he has his limits, as he tried to absorb the power from Naruto. So Naruto forced the Kyuubi's power into him, making the man eye explode, as Naruto wastes no time taking care of him. So with that, Osamu was finally dead. But it wasn't over yet, as the masked man appeared. It was Madara, as the Kyuubi came out. He just wanted to talk though, as he had betrayed her, as he gained her trust in the past and took advantage of it, and she wanted nothing more than to see him dead. But he told them about the reason he was weaker than before. After all, somehow he had gained immortality, able to live longer than anyone else. After all, he should be dead a long time ago. As he told Naruto that Pain was going to come after him, leader of the Akatsuki, and he intended to watch that fight. After all, things has been getting rather boring, and he wanted to see a good fight. So with that on the way, the man left as he went back to the village. Sasuke and his team has also returned as well. It was then that they got news when they were in the office. Jiraiya had been killed, as Naruto was furious, as it was the same leader of the Akatsuki, as Naruto intended on revenging Jiraiya. But Jiraiya also left behind a note. The only one that can maybe break this was him and Shikaku, because Naruto saw one error, as it was not 9, as Jiraiya had write his kanji a bit different. But Naruto was furious as he intended to get revenge for Jiraiya. So yeah guys, so it's basically that's what left off. You guys can switch across the place to check out for yourself. So what do you say begin this new episode? Naruto and his group had met up with Shikamaru, as they were able to find out that the numbers reference to the pages of the books that Jiraiya wrote, and it read, the real one is not amongst them, as Fukuzaku told them that Jiraiya kept on mentioning that he did not find the real one. As Naruto had planned though, he had something to do with Pain, as he just needed Pain to focus on him, and he was sure that it would work. He didn't tell them what it was, but he has to go work on it. As Madara was making his way, he came up on the end of the battle, as Kisame was facing off against a Yanbai. Too easy, said Kisame. Ah, impressive, Kisame-san, said Madara, as he was acting like Tobi. Tobi, what are you doing here? I have new orders for you, shouted Tobi. And what would they be? After we seal him, we're supposed to take the Hatsubi Jinchuriki with Zetsu, said Tobi. Are we now? What about Osamu? He's dead, said Toby. He was killed by Naruto Uzumaki. What? That brat killed Samu? Hey, Toby's as surprised as you are. Now, there's one more thing. Akatsuki true leader is taking command. True leader? What are you talking about? As Madara reached up and pulled off the mask. As Kisame could only grin. Mizukage-sama. Or should I say Madara-san? I did not expect you to be the face behind Toby. So you're the true leader? Correct. I am both founder and leader of the Akatsuki. With Osamu's death, our power has been cut severely. We're going to bring in the Hakubi Jinjulke. Pain will go after the Kyuubi Jinjulke after we seal the Hakubi and Yanbai, said Madara. Why not send to capture the Kyuubi Jinjulke now? I have my reasons. Now, let's seal this one. While that was going on, Naruto was hard at work in the library, going through certain things, as he was also researching his father's most prized jutsu. Time skip. The Akatsuki completed the seal of the Yanbai, as Madara took Kisame and Zetsu into Commandant Nakone to pick up where Hidan and Kakuzu left off. You know, if it wasn't for your little visit before, we wouldn't have to play this game of hide and seek, said Kisame. It was necessary. If we came here out of the blue to capture them, it would be hardly a challenge, just a waste of time. Not to mention it rattled their nerves. By the way, don't you want some kind of challenge as well? Well, I guess you have a point. I hate it when it's too easy, said Kisame. I'd rather this be easy, said Zetsu light side. Well, I like a challenge, like the rest of you, said Dark Zetsu. I figured that much, said Madara. Well, look what we have here. Team of Kumo Shinobis. I wonder why, said Kisame. I think we should ask and find out, said Madara. The three Akatsuki members flashed in front of them. As the Kumo Shinobi's eyes went wide. Black cloaks, red cloaks. It's the Akatsuki, one of them shouted. Oh, I see my little visit left a big impression. Now all of you know who we are, don't you? You should know why we're here. Do us a favor and tell us where the Hakubi Jinjulke is. Or else, said Madara. We would never betray our comrades, one of the Kumo ninja said, as he fired off a lightning attack. The Akatsuki members easily evade the attack. Kisame shot forward, wasting no time. The three of them didn't even stand a chance, leaving one alive. Now, will you tell us where is the Hakubi Jinjulke? Or do you need more persuasion? Asked Madara. Just watching his friends get brutally murdered. The man spilled his guts. He's training in the Onrikyo. Thank you, said Madara. What should we do with him? Asked Kisame. Zetsu, release him. You aren't going to kill me? The Kumo ninja said. I need to do one more thing for me. Let the Raikage know I'm here. The man was free, but he still refused to move. I would get going before he changed his mind, said Kisame. The man quickly ran off. You don't suppose he lied to us to save his skin, do you? Asked Kisame. No, I can tell that he was telling the truth. It's something I've learned to pick up on over the years. Now let's go, said Madara. The three of Akatsuki members found the Onrikyo. As they approached, Killer Bee stepped out. Light out already, is it? I should be getting going. Yo, said Madara. You again. I see you change your outfit. You're a full member now, said B. Yeah, I'm a full member now, said Madara. Oh, and you're using a different voice now. You're going to be serious this time, aren't you? Yeah, a little. Madara went through hands and breathed out a massive stream of flame towards Killer Bee, who easily evaded the attack. The moment he landed though, Zetsu used her technique, as Killer Bee was trapped to the ground. As Kisame leaped out of the shadows, I decided to bring a couple friends this time. You don't mind, do you? Said Madara. You're interested in one. These things feel like they weigh a ton, said B. Rhyme? Said Kisame. Well, that one sucks, said B. As Madara breathed out another massive stream of flame to strike Killer Bee while he was unable to move. He used his chakra to break free of Zetsu's jutsu and evade the attack. Oh, how dire this man's got fire, said B. You're as carefree as me, aren't you? At least as carefree the last time when we met. It was all a ruse, wasn't it? I knew that you were holding back. I've been waiting for you to show your face in front of me again, so I can put down the smack, said B. Oh, your little friend. The one carrying Nibe didn't seem to take her training seriously. What makes you think you can do any better? You're lucky a group of Konoha ninja revived her. I would be busy breaking her skull if she was dead, said B. Revive? They revived her? Interesting. I knew the one that took her body. So, you're telling me that Naruto Uzumaki? He's a rather interesting one, isn't he? Said Madara. That's right, she told me he was the one responsible, said Killer Bee. Reviving his fellow Jinjulke, what a waste. Most of them were hated by their village. I wouldn't be surprised if many of them wish for death, said Kisame. We're well taken care of here. I suppose a lot of that have to do with the Raikage being my sister. Yes, the Raikage was a woman. But enough of that. From what I can see, I have a crazy, mass-loving shinobi, a kinjutsu user, and a plant guy who appeared to use earth jutsus. This should be fun. He flipped all 7 of his blades in mid-air as he caught them all around his body. Kinjutsu, huh? I wouldn't mind playing you first, said Kisame as he charged forward. Killer Bee filled his blade with chakra as the bandage was burned where its swords made contact. It was just because of the size that Kisame was able to hold up, as B was ruthless and fast. He didn't get away unharmed though. There was a nasty cut on his arm that got numb from the lightning jutsu. Impressive. Didn't think that someone could fight using 7 swords like that, said Kisame. Like dealing with all the former members of her group all at once, isn't it, said Zetsu. I suppose that one way of looking at it, said Kisame. All 3 at once, said Madara. Let's see how good this guy is as he pulled out a kunai. Zetsu, Kisame, and Madara attacked Killer Bee together, parry and strike with their weapons. Madara himself wasn't worried, as he could simply phase through the weapon, something he found himself doing as one of the katanas almost took off his head. Zetsu found that a normal kunai, well, had no match here, as it was sliced through by one of Killer Bee's blade. If Zetsu had to pull back when he did, he would have lost his left arm completely. Kisame was having better luck as he absorbed the chakra that was coming through Killer Bee's blades, as he deflected blow after blow. Madara and Zetsu stepped back. It seemed like Kisame had this. He didn't mind in the slightest as he upped his attack, even moving faster than before, as he knocked away a couple of Killer Bee's blade before he finally ceased the attack. Not too bad, said B. I was hoping for a good challenge. Now let's see what you think of this next one. Lightning release. Raging storm technique, shouted B. Dark clouds appear above. Lightning start to rage, striking down towards the Akatsuki members. The 3 found themselves dodging several bolts of lightning. The 3 of them were split apart by B's attack, as he went through another set of hand signs. Lightning release. Thunderbolt technique. A single bolt of lightning was aimed towards Kisame as he raised Samihata to take the hit. He was pushed back from the attack, but he was unharmed. Suddenly, fire exploded out of the earth, slamming right into B, knocking him away. I could have handled it, said Kisame. If you used a water jutsu, you'd have been fried. And Zetsu, earth jutsus are worthless against lightning jutsus. Consider yourself thankful I intervened, said Madara. The dust settled, as Killer Bee was unharmed. He's unharmed? How? How indeed, said Madara. That tickled. Now for something a bit more impressive, said Killer Bee, as a chakra claw shot towards Madara as it knocked off his mask and sent him back. Another claw knocked Kisame and Zetsu off their feet. They found themselves with burns on their cloak from the attack. What the hell was that? You guys aren't so much fun to play with. I thought you'd be more of a challenge than this. As he sent out his chakra claw once again, but Madara disappeared in a swirling vortex, as it appeared right in front of B, as a fist struck him back. Now Zetsu, said Madara. Earth release. Rock tomb technique, said Zetsu. The boulder that Killer Bee was knocked into crumbled upon itself. He's still alive, right? Yes, I know not to kill a Jinjulki. I only crushed him enough for him to lose consciousness. Good, remove that rubble. Let's get into our nearest base. For safety reasons, I advise we carry him like that. Don't worry, I can easily move the rubble with my chakra, said Zetsu. Fine, if that will work, said Madara. Zetsu was about to move the boulder when he noticed something was wrong, as he tried to move it but it wouldn't move. What's wrong? I thought you said you could move it, said Kisame. Something's wrong. There's another chakra influencing it. What? The boulder exploded as a full form of the Hatsumi emerged, staring down the group. Got any ideas, said Kisame. Yeah, if you hide in some kind of super jutsu, now would be the time to put it to good use, said Madara. They were sent sailing by one of the tails of a demon, as Kisame was the first one to get up. Kisame went through hands and spewed a small lake's worth of water. As he stood in the body of water, he started to make another set of hand signs. Several water sharks flew out and smashed right into the Hatsumi. But the beast did not even budge, as Madara was next. I hate being forced into this, it's rather draining, but it should put him in his place all the same. Kisame, get rid of the waters in the way, said Madara. Kisame directed the water elsewhere. As Madara started to go through hand signs, the chakra he was gathering made him start to glow slightly. Fire release. Volcanic eruption technique, said Madara. The Hatsumi looked down and started to laugh. That's it? This juice that's supposed to put me in my place? The ground started to shake as the rock below the Hatsumi started to crack. Explosion of fire started to rain out. The entire sky was filled with molten fire as it consumed the massive beast who screeched out loud. The heat started to darken the skies. Clouds started to form. The instability in the skies causing lightning to crack to the skies. When the fire finally died down, the burned form of Killer Bee lay there. Not bad for an old man, Madara said, as he fell back. You alright, said Kisame. I'm fine. I used to be able to perform that without being drained, but I suppose this is what happened when you get this old. I'll carry him, said Zetsu, if you want, but you better not try to eat him, said Madara. As the group headed off towards Akatsuki nearest base where they begin the extraction. Time skip, as Naruto was watching one of his clones, as he tossed the bone kunai with the seal on it. The clone ended up appearing across the field as he slammed into the wall and poofed away. Well, it worked, said Sasuke. Yeah, I just have to work on the brakes, said Naruto, as he tried it himself and slammed into the wall. Idiot, Sasuke muttered. The days passed as the Akatsuki was sealed. It was no time as Pain and Konoha made their way, along with the replaced body that he created to replace the one that Jiraiya had destroyed and taken. At the moment, Naruto and Hinata were at Ichiraku Ramen. Ichiraku's is always the best. Hinata chuckled, as Naruto has been working on his jutsu, and he had a bruise on his head where he hit the wall earlier that day. By the end of the day, Naruto had figured out how to adjust his speed, so he wouldn't go crashing into anything when he activated Harashin. You look rather proud of yourself tonight, Ayam said. Yeah, I've been working really hard over the past couple of weeks. Finished learning this jutsu I spent years trying to master. I can't believe I finally figured it out, he said. Years? Must be some jutsu, said Ayam. All in the jutsu that the fourth Hokage himself used to help Konoha win the war against Aiden Stone. Are you serious? You learned that jutsu? Is he serious? She said, looking towards Hinata. It's amazing to see in person. Naruto-kun is so cool, Hinata said. Really? I would love to see it in action. Would you? Well, give it a couple of minutes. I had a show in plan, said Naruto. A couple minutes passed by as Naruto was slurping down another bowl of ramen. He smiled and he felt a familiar tugging in the back of his mind. Okay, just hold this. As he left the kunai behind, I'll be back before you know it, as he was gone. A couple seconds later, he was back. That was it? There wasn't much to it, said Ayam. Is that so? Look what I have here, said Naruto as he was holding up a familiar looking pipe. No way. Is that? Ayam said. Hinata started to laugh. The old man's pipe. Yep, this is the one, said Naruto. The three could almost hear old man Sarutobi screaming at the loss of his favorite pipe. You think he will know who took it? Pretty sure, said Naruto, but just in case, I left a big note behind. Within the next few minutes, the old man was at Ichiraku Ramen, with an expression between anger and amusement. Hey old man, what's up, said Naruto. I would think that you'd be able to put a jutsu like that a better use than this, said Sarutobi. Are you kidding? The prank potential on this one is huge. Besides, I haven't pulled one in so long. I believe I'm long overdue for one. Right, said Sarutobi dryly. Ladies and gentlemen, the next Hokage of Konoha, he said to himself. Well, since you're here, why don't I treat you some ramen, said Naruto. Sure, Sarutobi said. The group sat around as they talk and they eat. As Naruto expressed his, situation, as Sarutobi knew about the upcoming battle, but he had all the belief in Naruto, and he knew that Naruto would protect this village, and all of them would be there to help him no matter what. The next day passed by really quickly, as Naruto and Hinata and everyone else was training for the upcoming threat. As Naruto was saluted by many passing through the village, after being treated like a demon child when he was younger, now he was being respected, what he always wanted. Early the next morning, Pain had passed through one of the lookout posts, surrounding Konoha. Bodies littered the ground as he made his way. This is it. This village shall be purified through pain. It is time to initiate our plan. Konoha nodded as she prepared for her role. Time skip. The village was calm and peaceful. Suddenly, an explosion rocked the center of Konoha as a giant centipede went loose. As soon as the attack began, all of the shinobis got ready. Evacuations began quickly, and envoys were stationed at critical points in the village. As anything turned up from the interrogation or autopsy, we're out of time, said Tsunade. Tsunade-sama, there's one thing we noticed. These piercings aren't for show, they're chakra receivers. They're taking in chakra from a foreign source, said Shizune. From another source, said Naruto. As Naruto thought over what he had known. I get it now, he said. As he turned towards him, the real one isn't amongst them. They are being controlled from afar. I understand it now, he said. That is why they look so similar. The same eye, and everything. They're just puppets. Inuichi stepped in as his interrogation led to the same conclusions that Naruto had claimed. So, these are just the puppets. The real one is hiding in the shadows, said Tsunade. From what Fukasaku told us, the only way to beat him is to take care of these 6 bodies. Because if we try to go after the real one, he will send his bodies to incapacitate us. Naruto cracked his neck. Time to see if all that training I did paid off. I need to prepare. Stall him for as long as you can, said Naruto as he dashed off. Easier said than done, said Tsunade. Within the next few minutes, Pain was on the Hokage's tower, fighting off a few envoys for entrance, as he break past the guards, opening the door towards Tsunade's office. A fist smashed into his face. That one's for Jiraiya. In another part in the village, Kakashi was facing off against another path. Kakashi Hatake, the copy ninja. It's an honor to meet you. Now tell me, where is the Kyuubi Jinchuriki? That's a stupid question. Lightning blade, said Kakashi. Pain dug under the attack and kicked Kakashi right in the stomach, knocking him back. The both of them entered a taijutsu duel, but Pain had the upper hand as Kakashi jumped away. In another part of the village, another path was facing off against Kimaru. You used to be part of Orochimaru village, did you not, said Pain. At one point in time, but this is my home now and I'm gonna protect it. Let's see what you can do, said Pain. As this was a robot path, as he started to fire off missiles, as they went off right beside Kimaru. As Pain was about to walk away until the fire died down to show a wall of bones that was protecting Kimaru. Kimaru then shot forward with tremendous speed as he fired off several boom projectiles, but Pain blocked them as Kimaru slipped under the attack. A bone sword extended from his arm as he sliced into the robot path, ripping off his arm with ease. Kimaru then spun around, but the arm reattached itself as the fist launched right into his stomach, knocking him away. Kimaru grunted. You're a rather bothersome opponent, aren't you? Near the clan section of Konoha, Sasuke was facing another path. You, tell me where the Kyuubi Jinchuriki is. Not a chance in hell, said Sasuke. Very well. You will pay the ultimate price, said Pain. We'll see about that. Sasuke speeds through hand sign as he released a massive fireball with Pain, dodged it with pretty much ease. Sasuke wastes no time as he activates his Mangekyo Sharingan. Amaterasu, he said, only for another to drop down and absorb the attack. Sasuke was shocked as he watched his Amaterasu just vanish. Suddenly, a swarm of bugs attacked it as Shino landed in a clearing. I'll take this one, he said. Sasuke nodded as he focused on the other one. Meanwhile, Pain Animal Realm was running through the village with the centipede that he had conjured, as he was supposed to retrieve the previous Animal Realm. So, they didn't find out the secrets of the bodies. He could sense where it was. After all, it had the chakra rods in them as he made his way. It was about to attack the hospital when he heard something. Getsuga! Kiba and Akamaru slammed into the centipede, forcing Pain to jump away. The centipede was crushed by the force as it poofed away. Oh bothersome, said Pain. You aren't getting anywhere near the hospital, Kiba shouted. All I want is a body in there, you should know which one. Also, tell me where the Kyuubi Jinchuriki is, and I will spare you in the hospital. If not, you all will suffer punishment. Not a chance! Getsuga Kiba spin once again as Pain avoided the attack. Before summoning jutsu as he summoned a massive dog as Pain stood on top of it. I brought this one just for you. Let's see what you can do, said Pain. No problem. Getsuga, said Kiba. He and Akamaru ripped right to the dog, hitting Pain directly. The whole way down to the ground, Pain was smiling. The animal didn't disappear though. It separated into two. Kiba landed. What the hell? Both him and Akamaru had to jump away as the animal came crashing down on them. Their position where they once was now. The two creatures then came together and fused into a massive one with two heads. So that's how you want to play it, huh? Alright then. Let's see you handle this, said Kiba. Akamaru jumped up and marked the two of them, Pain and his summon, as Pain raised his hand to not get hit in the face. Sent, huh? Said Pain. His answer came when Kiba and Akamaru suddenly fused together, create a massive two-headed wolf. You combine yourself, that's it. Pain looked up at them. Well, if you like this, you're gonna enjoy this now. Kiba spun wild in his new form that was large. It slammed right into the dog with so much vigor, it ripped it apart, leaving nothing behind. As he then turned towards Pain, who quickly summoned a chameleon and jumped inside, and the scent also cut off, so Kiba was unable to smell him or even see him. What the hell? There was an explosion in part of the hospital that gave him his answer. Inside the hospital, Pain emerged as he looked at his staff inside that was working on the body. The secrets you have uncovered will die with you, he said. You mean about how those piercings are receiving chakra from elsewhere, is the voice. Pain turned. I'm the one you're looking for, right? Leave the village out of it. As Pain saw it was none other than Naruto himself. And he was gone. Something that smashed into the bat's face. It was a fist that broke him right through the wall as he was sent sailing through the hospital. Meanwhile, the human path, as he managed to stab Snazzy with one of his rods, Snazzy could feel her chakra disrupt inside her body. But he then stopped. You should be lucky. Seems as Jinchuriki wanted to challenge me on his own. You should know, Bachan is never lucky. Pain narrowed his eyes as he recognized a voice, but before he could think on it, he was sent sailing by a bone-crushing kick. flying right through the tower. Meanwhile, as Pain simply blew away the lightning dogs that were coming towards him from Karachi. It's useless. He paused. He's already revealed himself to me. This battle is now over. You got that right. Another Naruto appeared and grabbed Pain from behind and slammed him into the earth. Kakashi Sensei, I'll take you from here. Move, said Naruto. Kakashi never liked this idea, but he put faith in Naruto and made his escape. Meanwhile, Kimura was not making any headway. As the path then suddenly stopped, as he also see everything as well. Looks like little Jinjoki has decided to face me of his own accord, like I would hide from you. The path leg was suddenly separated before a fist crashed into his skull, knocking him down. Kimimaro, you've done what you needed to. Go, said Naruto. Kimimaro nodded and left. Meanwhile, Sasuke knocked the revival path down, who flipped and got back to his feet. As he turned his head, well, it seems your little friend has shown himself. I'll face you some other time, said Pain. You're right, you're facing me now. He was grabbed by the throat before his body was picked up and slammed into a building. About time, Naruto. That guy was giving me a headache. Be careful with this one though. Thanks for the heads up. Better get moving, said Naruto. Right, said Sasuke. As he left the era. With Shino, he was against a wall. Ninjutsu was useless, and his physical attacks weren't doing enough. His bugs were unable to properly absorb Pain chakra. More chakra was coming to the body than Shino could successfully absorb. Well, it seems like your friend has called me out. I hate to disappoint him. Already, a bit disappointed as a feet slammed into the bat's face, knocking it into the ground. Shino, nice work. Catch you later, said Naruto. Be careful, said Shino. With that, he made his way. Meanwhile, the Pain that was dealing with the Animal Realm. From what I heard of your abilities, there are 6 of you. So there are 6 of me. I hope you're not think I'm cheating or anything. After all, numbers. I said that smirk. Your shadow clones cannot face off against my paths. And do you not believe I kept tabs on what kind of abilities you have? I suppose I should be honored. You want me, then fine. I'll face you at the main gate, said Naruto. How noble, sacrificing yourself for the good of the village. I respect that wish. I will forcefully take you there then. Whatever secrets this village try to get about me would be useless once I capture you. Why don't you lead the way and let's end this? I really don't want you behind me, said Naruto. Wise move, said Pain, as Naruto jumped to the side and started to run. As Pain rushed after him, before firing off a streak in the air. What was that, said Naruto. That was my partner. So she's gonna participate as well? No, I just told her to cease her attack. I suppose I should thank you, said Naruto, as you could hear the sarcasm in his voice. Whatever you wish, it does not concern me. I told you, you are what I seek. Do you think I killed my sensei out of a mere grudge or pity? Your sensei? Are you talking about Urasenin, said Naruto? Is that so hard to believe? He taught me many things when he made me as a child. But it was the world that taught me how to grow up. That is why I will purify this world with pure pain. So he was your sensei. As Naruto's fist clenched, how could you kill him? I already told you. To protect my goals. Don't think. I did not care. Jiraiya Sensei was a noble man, but he was standing in my way, and therefore I had to put him down. You bastard, Naruto shouted. Easy kid, calm down. You already have everything planned out. Don't get yourself riled up, said Kyuubi. I know. I'll focus on my strategy, said Naruto. As they made their way, I noticed you haven't prepared any traps here. Why is that, said Pain. I figured that you'll be able to see them. If anything, I heard about that dojutsu in your fighting Urasenin. Urasenin, funny name for him, if not accurate. Speaking of dojutsu, I heard you inherited Sharingan. You might as well use it. I would advise you against holding back, said Pain. That is no problem, said Naruto as all of his clones activate their Sharingan. Even in my eyes, I can't tell your clones apart from the real you. Strange. Clones are easy to spot. I wonder. One of the paths attacked both other paths and hit them, but they did not dispel. This is no Shadow Clone Jutsu, is it? I see now, so it's a blood clone. Enough talking, said Naruto. Let's end this. As he and his clones shot forward, the human realm was able to figure out Naruto was the real one, as he could feel the chakra, as he pulled out his spikes and ran towards Naruto. All of the Narutos pulled out their weapons. That weapon, it's the same one that the man from Orochimaru Village was using, said Pain. It is. I've inherited a few things from some friends over the couple of years. Care to see another? All of them fire bone projectiles towards the Pain. as Naruto created ice mirrors all around them, as they started to fire out bones out of them, as they were able to dodge. One of the paths extended his hand and the mirrors were blown apart. As the revival path ended up healing the ones that were injured. You learn a lot about me from that toad, didn't you? Said Pain. I learned enough, said Naruto. As all paths pulled out their rods, as they clashed in Kenjutsu. The clones were careful enough not to let the rods hit them, as they didn't know what they would do. But one of them was hit. I see, said Pain. You gave them the max amount of chakra. That is why they are still here, and so much powerful. Even with the body strike down, the thing was still there, it did not dispel yet. Your Kenjutsu is remarkable, said Pain, as they clashed. I'll give you that. I heard that your ninjutsu is also top rate. The only art you lack in is genjutsu. Sensei was also never good with that as well. I guess it's fitting, said Pain. Pain continued his fight with Naruto, staying at a steady pace, as he dispelled another one of his clones. How do you know? I wouldn't know, kid. Remain cautious. This guy's being too generous. From what the toad told you, he didn't fight Jiraiya like this, said the Kyuubi, as Pain was getting the upper hand as the battle dragged on. It seems the fire in your eyes started to burn down. I've grown tired of this game. All of Naruto clones were killed off rather quickly, leaving the real one alone. How do you know? Naruto asks. You made a big mistake when you tried to fight my human realm. I have the ability to read in the mind and souls of my opponents, human realm said. I see. Although I didn't expect to win this with clones, said Naruto. Well then, just how do you expect to win, said Pain, as all the Pains were looking towards him. A smirk came on Naruto's face. Something like this. Mangita Sharingan, as his eyes shifted. Illusion of the Nine Tails, he said. Pain found himself in a world where there was a single platform floating in space. Nothing but a blank void in front of him. This is no ordinary genjutsu. Seems I have underestimated you on one level, said Pain. The form of the Kyuubi appeared right in front of them, as her nine tails released a wave of fire that enveloped the Pains, as their bodies were stabbed by pikes. That's the first of 9 tortures, said Naruto. It felt like 3 hours, as he was impaled and tortured inside. The Kyuubi appeared once again and her tails started to glow, as water surrounded the area as all the Pains were drowned. This is amusing but pointless, said Pain. As his chakra flew, the world broke apart. Only a few seconds passed outside. The demon realm smashed a fist in Naruto's stomach, knocking him away, as Naruto spit out blood as he slowly got to his feet. I possess the eyes used by the founder of the ninja world. None of these petty tricks can harm me, said Pain. I see. Can't blame me for trying, said Naruto. You didn't seem to expect it. I'll give you that, but I'm tired of this game, said Pain, as all 6 bodies shot forward. Pain. Hell realm knocked Naruto back. The God realm smashed Naruto across the head. The demon realm smacked Naruto and detached him from behind. As Naruto was being knocked around, his chakra was being ripped away by the other path. The animal realm slammed him up in the air as the ghost realm smashed him into the earth. Naruto rolled to the way as several staffs were stabbed into the ground trying to impale him. You disappoint me. The only reason why I juggle this battle is Sensei praised your abilities, saying that it will be impossible to defeat you. All I see is a brat, the demon inside of him. Demon? You want a demon? I'll give you a demon, said Naruto. As he activated his 4-tailed form, his monkey Sharingan glowing. Kid, you know you can't use this form for long. It put a lot of strain on your body, said the Kyuubi. I know, but the situation called for it, said Naruto, as he held straight towards the God realm, but he was blown back. The human realm then came and knocked Naruto away, as he tried to strike the human realm, but he was knocked by the hell realm, as he crashed into Naruto with his giant weight, making Naruto cough up more blood. As Naruto flipped over the human realm that came towards him, only for a staff to rip through his shoulder, thrown by the animal realm. The God realm raised his hand, as Naruto was sent sailing away, as he crashed away and coughed up blood. Due to the staff in his shoulder, there was a hole in the Kyuubi's chakra, ripping it out, but the wound was still slower to heal than it normally was. Standing up, Naruto launched a pair of chakra claws. All 6 bodies moved to the way, but a second claw then exploded from one of the limbs, flying towards the God realm. But he threw a rod right into it, destabilizing his chakra, as Naruto was smashed away by the human realm that came upon him, as he was knocked back right in the chest, before he was kicked straight up in the air as they were surrounding him. The animal realm was thrown in the air to knock down Naruto, but Naruto twisted and kicked it away, but the demon realm fired a fist right into its stomach, as he was sent dropping to the ground like a rocket. The force of the impact kicked up a lot of dirt, as Naruto was in a small crater. Jinchuriki, you'll be doing yourself a great favor if you admit defeat. Of all the things you learn about me, you didn't learn my name, said Naruto. Naruto Uzumaki, if you prefer. Admit defeat, said Pain. I'm not the type to quit ever since in fight with you. Should have made that very clear, said Naruto. As he stood up, he was a bit shaky from being hit so many times. As his four-tailed form started to flicker out a bit, you have reached your limit. There's no shame in admitting defeat, said Pain. Naruto jumped away, but Pain wasn't about to allow that to happen. He dashed off Naruto and grabbed him by the throat and smacked him to the earth. All the bodies then came and stabbed into Naruto the rod, as they made sure to avoid vital spots. It's over, said Pain. There is no need to subject yourself to any more of this, said Pain. I want to tell you something. You came onto this field assuming that I led you in some sort of trap. You were both right and wrong. There was nothing out here before. Now you're in my trap, and there's no way you can win now. I guess it's time for me to ask you to surrender. What trap? You're bluffing. I can see the ground and into it. There's nothing there. All that is here is the weapons you threw at us earlier, and they're just ordinary weapons. The small amount of chakra you use is the result of the chakra flowing through them. They're your bone manipulation weapons. I figure you'll say that, as my French Kamara might say. Suddenly, the Naruto on the ground burst into blood. Checkmate. Hiroshima. What? Pain could see no trace of him. Where is he? Wind-style Rasengan! As he buried the jutsu inside Pain Demon Realm. The body was incapacitated. Pain Hell Realm lashed out, but he hit nothing but air. Ice Release. Ice Spear Technique. As Pain Animal Realm was impaled right to the heart, and the second one to fall. As the Ghost Realm tried to attack Naruto. But Naruto flashed away and appeared, sliced with his Zanbeto, slicing the thing right in half. As it was covered with wind chakra, Ace sliced through his body. The Human Realm leaped forward to attack Naruto, but it hit only air. The God Realm also tried to get Naruto, but he was already gone. Suddenly he appeared in the center of the field, before extending his arms as he already went through hand signs. A massive gust blew up dirt everywhere, and he was gone once again. As Pain Human Realm then fell to the ground. They couldn't see anything, as his other path dropped. Sword Art, 1000 strikes, as Naruto rushed in straight towards the God Realm, as he sliced over and over and over again. As the dust and everything blew away, Naruto stepped forward, as blood was leaking from the God Realm. Ow! I knew from the beginning that clones wouldn't win this fight. The only way to beat a person with 6 bodies is to be in 6 places at the same time. I held off from using the jutsu, till I knew you wouldn't suspect anything. At first, I had to make it look convincing. But at the last moment I ended up switching myself to the blood clone that I hid earlier. Not bad. I never knew that you knew that, said Pain. Pain, Konan shouted, as she emerged from where she was hiding, as Naruto looked like you want to destroy the body. Konan, remember what I told you. Don't put yourself in danger, the body drop. There's always next time. Konan looked up as he took all she had, not to attack Naruto in a blind fury. I surrender. What? I can't defeat you on my own. To challenge you alone would be suicide. He wouldn't want that. Then tell me this, how long will it take for him to gather new bodies and attack me again? I don't know. He never expected something like this might happen, said Konan. I see. And you won't get that chance. The village would likely declare war and the Hidden Rain the moment they have the chance. I knew that, but know this, Uzumaki. We won't give up so easily, said Konan. Hinata, Neji, and Sasuke jumped out from where they were observing the fight. They were there to keep an eye and call for rescue in case. Look like we have some more to look at, said Naruto. You would use him as your own experiment. Well, we don't have to. If you give us some insight, said Sasuke. Very well. Condition that you don't destroy the bodies. You can keep them where you want, but don't butcher them. Very well, we can honor this request, said Naruto. Let's go. Look at that. He took care of Pain. He's playing right into my palm. Well, I think it's time to dispose of these two, Mother thought. Well, damn, he defeated him. That's some brat. He was so weak the first time we meet him. And now he defeated our powerful leader. Indeed, I never expected him to defeat Pain. I thought it was not possible. Well, it is of no consequence. We'll capture him ourselves. Now is the best chance we have. He's weak from fighting Pain. Are the both of you ready? Yeah, we're ready. Said Kisame. Yes, said Zetsu. Focus on Jinjulke, ignore the others. I'm sure Konan will be more than happy to help us. Alright, let's go, said Kisame, as they rushed towards Naruto ready to finally bring in the blonde. But guys, will be in this episode right here. For the next part of this partners, do like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notification to stay posted. Remember, share to all of your friends in your social media platform. And also, go ahead and check out the brand new episode of What If Naruto Was Given Abilities by 4 Devils, and enjoy that, guys. And also, I posted a brand new episode over on Anime King 3 of What If Naruto Was Betrayed by Hagoromo. So go ahead and enjoy that as well, guys. And remember, if you're new, to go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become part of the Anime King family. And thank you for all of your help and your support. And yeah, without further ado, I'm out for now. See you guys soon. Peace.